Okay, I am live. I am live really quickly. Hey, I'm live even on Mixer because of the whole Mixer situation, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Ooh. I'm just going to try to get in the match really quickly before I talk about it. And sort of update people on my thoughts and my direction and where I'm going with the channel going forward in terms of streaming. Now I'm streaming on like 3 different platforms, which is Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. So it's kind of crazy how things sort of collapsed and ended up here. Oh, one of my friends is going in on this dude. She is roasting this man. Where am I at on restream.io? Yeah, this might be a quick one too because my throat is killing me. But apparently it says I'm online. Let me try to reconnect to good old Mixer. Improve. Okay. Says I'm online. Says I'm online. What about YouTube? Am I live on YouTube? Sorry for the technical difficulties, but I gotta check this stuff. There is going to be some slaughter, alright. Yeah, it says I'm live here. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So as we play Horde mode, I guess I can just dive right in and talk about this topic. Oh, I'm gonna have to get used to 30 FPS gears. It's swarm only. Alright, so the whole Mixer situation with Ninja and, you know, him going to Twitch for a lot of money. I think the deal was like almost $1 billion, if I'm not too mistaken. He made the move from Twitch to Mixer, and this wave is completed. And a lot of people are like talking in the community. Mixer, someone decided to post Mixer's rules about, you know, appropriate dress wear and what people should be wearing even during 18 plus streams. I don't feel like pulling it up right now, but I will say, you know, you can't have them titties hanging out. You can't have them breasts all out in the open like they do on Twitch. So the reason why I think this is actually a good thing is because it will warrant a shakeup. It's like Twitch barely has any other competition besides YouTube, and you know how people already feel about the YouTube platform fucking over people with the algorithm, right? So now we have like a legit competitor here, which is good, which is very good, because Twitch is basically thought central. Everyone knows it, everyone fucking talked about it. Twitch is a platform for cam girls to go and get nude on there. Now, I'm not saying it's everyone, but a good majority of people among Twitch, they solicit their bodies to other men. Cosplayers, all type of shit, right? It's like, alright, you want to do your hustle. You want to do your little thug thizzle. You want to sell your body to other men online. That's your prerogative, I guess, but you're enabling these beta dudes who saw titty for the first time. It was a giant argument of people fighting over the fact that Mixer has these rules in play where you can't be like naked and shit. And I'm like, maybe they have these rules in play because they want to promote their site and actually be taken seriously. They don't want to be seen as Chatterbait 2.0. That's common fucking sense, people. It's like, I don't see why people are mad over this subject. It's common fucking sense that maybe they don't want to be seen that way because Twitch is already seen that way as a cam whore site. Now, instead of the titty streamers getting quote unquote mad, how about you actually sit down, play a game, join the rest of the competition, show your gaming skills, and actually you don't solicit your body for views, attention, and all that other shit, because now you have a legit competitor here and they don't do that shit. They do quite the opposite, don't they? So, like I said, I don't hate these women who fucking do all this extra shit just to get views and attention because sex sells. It's like, you know, every man knows this. Sex is going to sell. You shake your ass in front of camera, you're moderately attractive, you are going to make serious money. If that's the hustle of these betas, if these beta orbiters, they want to donate to you, that's fine. At the same time, don't knock people who actually just want to play games. Don't knock chicks who actually don't do that shit. There are chicks who don't do that shit, don't solicit themselves to other people they don't know, complete fucking strangers. They want to be taken seriously. They want to sit down and actually play fucking video games. Let them do their thing as well. I just don't get the anger there. It feels so misplaced in that regard. Because Twitch was known for a site that pretty much was a platform for people playing video games. Now it's like you have the small screen to the right of the game playing. Oh my god, it's a Brumac, I think, or some giant thing that's shooting me. But as I said, I think it is a Brumac. Let me cap him. Swarmac, actually. You have the small screen on the bottom right, and then you have the big screen with the titties and the fucking raffling and all this shit, and it's like, oh, do you want to donate to my Patreon? Here we go. You want to have my private Snapchat? Here we go, honey. And it's like, where's the video game? Like, where is the actual gaming here? Like, what the fuck is going on with this? I think this shakeup is needed. I really think it is. If you want to solicit your body online, there's other sites to do that outside of putting it on gaming content or alluding to it. You know, there's other places to go. There's Chatterbait, there's fucking Pornhub, there's fucking X videos. There's plenty of porn sites to show off your ass, pussies. You can go get fucked. You know, all the options are there. But you want to use a gaming platform to sell yourself. I'm like, okay. Alright. And another thing too is like the Twitch mods. Now I've been on Twitch for a while, and I don't think that after this situation that I'll stop streaming on Twitch, because I do enjoy the growth. But the issue here is that the Twitch mods are so biased because they know the girls rake in money. They know this. They don't want to lose their views. It's like YouTube when they didn't fucking take down Logan Paul after he showed a fucking dead body. They literally let him stay with no severe punishment. And I'm like, that's bullshit. How is it that the little guy gets taken down for doing something that was completely unharmful? There was a guy attacked in New York, and he was streaming Pokemon Go. And because he was physically assaulted, Twitch said, you know what, we're gonna ban this man. No, promoting violence, we're gonna ban this man. It wasn't even his fault. He got robbed. And he got suspended. And I'm like, what the fuck? So you can get banned, you can be a guy and you can get banned for getting beat up. You could get banned for drawing nudity, even if it's art. You know, I guess art is dead, but you can have the Twitch thoughts do the same shit. Oh my god, he just like lancered me. And these girls, they get like slaps on the wrist every single time. They're banned for like probably a few days, maybe 3 or 4 days. Slap on the wrist, honey, you're all free. Twitch is not a platform about equality anymore. I don't think, well, in this day and age, I don't even think that word exists anymore, if you want my honest opinion. It's just something that needs to be done about the way this platform is being coordinated. And if Ninja leaving will make people think differently and think to go to other places outside of Twitch, if they don't want to compete with the Twitch thoughts, more power to these people. This is the nature of competition. If people find better options, better alternatives, better ways of expressing themselves without dealing with half of the moderator bullshit, half of the site bullshit, if they feel that a site doesn't cater to them anymore, they're going to find somewhere else to go. In every situation, it's not always the same. Some places are too big for their own good, like YouTube, and there's no big competition. But I guarantee you, with this shitty algorithm, and someday if someone decides to step up to the plate and they are super successful and they don't have a crappy algorithm, and if they're good, then YouTube's going to have competition too, and people are going to jump ship because small-time creators already are very, very, very angry and annoyed with the fact that YouTube sucks, for lack of better terms. I would say, in terms of Mixer, in terms of Twitch, in terms of YouTube, I like Twitch the least. And the only reason I'm still going to continue using Twitch is because I want to grow. I like growth. But since I'm using Restream.io, it's probably not going to be the biggest deal for me. Just going to be Mixer, YouTube, and, you know, Twitch. And that's it. If Twitch gets worse, I am going to abandon it entirely. It's already bad. It's already fucking bad. Bad enough as it is. I just think mods, Twitch in general, with this shakeup, they need to understand that some people, you know, they're calling their bluff. They're calling their bullshit. They're noticing the visible problems here. And I already see some people saying, I'm going to stay on YouTube. I'm going to stay. I'm not going to do anything else but stay on YouTube or stay on Twitch, and maybe if there's some other alternative, I'll check it out. That's fine. But it's opening people's eyes. Just a little bit, I'd say. Oh my god. I am like shooting this guy's ass off and he's not dying. I just don't understand these hoes being mad. They're so fucking salty. Oh, because one dude left. I can understand people not caring for Ninja. If you want my honest opinion, I don't care much about the guy. I don't care much about Fortnite. I really don't. I told myself, and I told everybody in my Discord, the day that I play fucking Fortnite is the day that I will jump off a cliff, because I don't like freaking Battle Royale. It's not my cup of tea. If it's yours, that's cool. It's not mine. But if this is what it takes to show that people are serious about their platform being taken seriously, being for gamers, I'm all for it. And that's honestly how I feel about it. I think the Thoughts are just mad because they know they can't get revenue on fucking Mixer if they have to keep their clothes on. So they're super pissed because they have to cover up. It's like, oh well, you know. if you're really that pissed, it goes to show that your content is only for people that are narrow-minded and they don't know what's going on about soliciting yourself to other people. But I'm not one of those dumb dudes. I see exactly what's happening, so it's like it's like for some people nothing's going to change. For others it will, and I'm kind of glad it's doing that. I'm kind of glad this is the conversation that we're having. Also, holy shit, like, I did say horde mode is like turning your brain off, and it really is. I got like down several times. Let me pick this up. I also think the head of Twitch, like the guy who actually made the site, well, one of the co-founders is salty because Ninja left and they took away his verified status role. But I can see the 50-50 perspective on that notion, because it's like, okay, if he's not going to be streaming on Twitch anymore, there's really no point of keeping him fully verified. But at the same time, it's like, that is kind of petty. Let the man have his role in peace. Who gives a shit? Really? But I guess they care that much, so they're making comments on it. They're full of salt. I cannot see that otherwise. I cannot see that as any other alternative. They are salty as fuck. So yeah, going forward for me, just to recap, I will still be here on Camhorland. I'll still be making fun of it. Until I get banned or something for some minuscule bullshit. If I do get banned on Twitch and I lose everything, I'm not gonna care about making another account. I'm just not. I'm not gonna give a fuck. I'm just done after that point, you know. If it wasn't for the small fandom that I have on Twitch and the people that I talk to, I wouldn't be on Twitch at all. I would be fucking gone. It'd be fucking history. That'd be it. It's like, why bother when you have nothing left? When you have nothing to lose, why bother? So I'll still be here, but I'm gonna be on Mixer and I'm gonna be on YouTube. And I guess, even though I have fucking problems with the YouTube algorithm, I think it's shit. I think some of the stuff they do on YouTube is retarded. I'm still gonna stream on here too, because I would say, I've been saying this for years, like before Mixer even came along. I was so glad that YouTube, they give you a bit more leeway on the platform. Like, there's still some shit I don't like, you know, demonetizing, all that shit. But in terms of speaking your mind, yeah. It's certain things on Twitch that the little guy would get permabanned for. And at least they give you a 3-strike rule on YouTube, so you know what you're up against, even though you can get false copyright claims. Because I have one now and it's bullshit because I can't do anything, and it's like, well, I'm sitting on it because a doxer wants my information. What the fuck, YouTube? So I was thinking this in my mind like forever ago. I think in terms of social media, there's going to be this hierarchy until more alternatives come along. And until now, I think if you want streaming, you're going to have to be either on Twitch, YouTube, or Mixer. And with Restream, I'm on all 3. So it's not the biggest deal in the world until Twitch folds. It's like, you know, girls, don't be salty. Don't be mad. Make some actual content that doesn't involve twerking in front of a mirror every 5 seconds. That would be grand. That would be great, you know. Maybe you should show that you are more than just the brain dead blonde bimbo with big fucking titties? How about you show me actual personality? How about you show me actual gaming skills? How about you actually hold a discussion about a video game for 5 minutes without being disinterested because you're a fake fucking whore? How about you do that? I would be thoroughly impressed if someone can change my mind. You know, ladies, it's not a personal attack. It's about seeing if you're educated enough to show your gaming credentials. And I know people frown on this shit with trophies being looked at and stream history being looked at, but that shit's real. If you're not putting in legit time and you're spending more time bending over for the camera, then personally to me, you're not a real gamer. You're just something that's pretend. I like the titty shows, don't get me wrong. But I don't like liars. The sooner people realize this, the better. And I'm wishing Ninja the best. I'm not the biggest fan of Fortnite or his content. I can see people not caring about the guy too. I wish him the best though, because what he did by taking this deal with Microsoft, it caused us to talk, to make a discussion about what's going on in our community with social media in terms of gaming, and what is the next step going forward for everybody else. And these discussions need to happen so people can wake up and realize what exactly is going on in their communities. And that's real talk for you. That is the real solution for you right there. At least think about what's going on. Don't be a fucking biased person. At least think about what's happening on your platform, even if you're gung-ho for Twitch. You know, you love Twitch so much, you want to suck the mods in their nuts. Think about what's happening on Twitch with all the fucking nudity and all that shit, and the people getting away scot-free, and the platform becoming less about gaming and more about who has the bigger bust, who has the cuter face, etc. Think about it for a little while. Make a decision on your own, whether you're leaving, staying, multi-streaming like me, and form your own opinion from there. Also, someone said they enjoyed my RE3 playthrough. I did see that. Thank you, man. Kevin, was it? Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Took me a while to really get into the groove of that playthrough, but once I did, it was very entertaining, in my opinion. I'm just happy people like my shit in general, and they appreciate it. I don't ask for much. Also, look at Big Mama back there. Oh! Oh, yeah, the Nasher. Come on, man. Oh! There we go. Hold on, how is this shit doing a lot of damage to me? I have a sniper rifle and I'm not doing shit. I guess the enemies are like buff. Oh shit, what the fuck? Oh! Get that trash out of here. Twitch just needs to straight up all the cucks who are on the site. You mean straighten out? Yeah, they do. They do. They need to enforce their rules too. Had to reread that like again. But yeah, because I heard the mods are just as bad as some of the users. Like, they support this shit. They know that this is where their income comes from. That's why when you call them out, they are defensive. That's why when you call them out, they can't say shit. That's why when you call them out, you'll get banned, because this is what is happening with the Twitch mods. and they don't like it. Also, I might have to set my the minutes of seeing people's chat to like 120 seconds. I think that's long enough so I don't miss it. The Mixer CEO took a jab on Twitch while playing Team Fortress 2 on his stream. Twitch stars got mad at him in online social. Hey, that's competition all the time. You know, you see Xbox, they take jabs with crossplay, right? And backwards compatibility, saying, oh, we're hot shit because we have this. It's really good. And Sony's not doing much with it. I understand. I think these conversations and these criticisms can lead to change in the future. So maybe PlayStation will say, hey, we're not doing that great with backwards compatibility. PS2 to PS4 it sucks ass. You know? Let's do something about it. As opposed to not doing something about it and making people more upset that you're not doing something about it. PlayStation, they took jabs when Xbox did that whole DRM business, saying that, oh, you're gonna have your games under a family sharing program, and your games will also not be shareable physically unless it's done like 7 times. That's it. PlayStation was like, this is how you play your games. I just hand my fucking game over to the guy in question and he can play it anytime he wants. Like, why is this stuff so hard for people to understand that competition is a great thing? Because guess who wins in the end? The fan base. Once they speak their minds, once their criticisms are heard and things change for the better. I'll never understand. And also, Drill, I said that earlier, like, these girls, look, you have your options where sex actually does sell. You have Chatterbait, you have Pornhub, you have X videos. If somebody finds you hot, they're going to give you money. That's no exception to the rule. I don't know why you need a gaming platform to do it. You see what I'm saying? It's like two things that don't mix unless you make a super slutty protagonist. I might see some cosplay going on and shit like that, but even then, man, the cosplay community can be another can of worms. When you're looting up Chucky Finster from Rugrats, which is a fucking baby, maybe you need to scale that down just a little bit, because that did happen. And when I saw some chick was like spread out as Chucky Finster, I'm like, bruh, this is like some Shadman tier shit right here. What are you doing? It's like, what? Do you have no morals? There's nothing sacred. No, I keep forgetting it's not, because it's 2019. Nothing is sacred anymore. Absolutely nothing. Not a damn thing. And that's quite sad. That's quite sad when you really think about it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope things change for the better. I'm glad that the Mixer CEO is taking shots. He's like, you know what? We're about to be the next big streaming platform around here. We definitely get rid of these thoughts. If they start banning more thoughts, I'm gonna be like, you guys are doing it. Congratulations, you're getting rid of the main problem that I see on Twitch every fucking day. Every day, every second, every minute, and I have to commend you. You are doing a service. Now maybe we can see people actually play games without being naked. That's what I want. Equal opportunity gamers. That's what I want. I want nothing more and nothing less, but apparently, according to Twitch, the message is muddled in the behavior. And that is a really sad thing when you think about it. Alright, so in this Q&A, before I go to the, questions and answers, people can ask me anything. That's what I had to say on the Twitch and Mixer thing. I'm not necessarily moving, but I do think that Ninja leaving is a big shakeup, and maybe all these stupid thoughts will notice that there's more to video games than taking your fucking clothes off. Seriously, like play your game, play some Gears. I want to see some commentary. I want to see more creativity. I want to see girls edit. I want to see if girls will be taken seriously as girl gamers instead of just, I'm Ludi McBitch titties over here taking my clothes off. It's like, oh man. I want to see this shakeup. Let me play my games. Hey, I'm gonna try out Restream. Go for it, man. I restreamed X-Men Legends and I thought it was perfect. Every time I've been doing it so far, it's like there's people on Twitch talking to each other. There's people on YouTube talking to the Twitch guys. There's people on Mixer talking to the YouTube guys. It's like a full circle, and that's what I like about Restream.io. If you are a streamer, I will highly recommend checking it out if your internet can handle, the restreaming. This is like a fucking triple stream going on for me. Someone else said my RE3 playthrough is pretty funny. Yeah, it's funny because I kind of had a hard time making it. In the beginning, it's like I don't know where I'm gonna go with the humor or the gameplay, and then like on my third recording, I said, "Fuck it." The best way to go about a let's play and doing it on stream is to go with the flow, and that's exactly what I did, and it turned out to be pretty good for a first part. So I'm hyped up about part 2. I don't know when I'm doing it, but I wanted to sit down and do this talk with you guys because I figured that was more important. So here I am talking shit on Twitch, just sitting there talking shit on him. What? Okay, I killed him and then I died. All right, that was a fucking loaf. But the next topic that I wanted to talk about is the Resident Evil Ambassador Program. Just a really quick subject before we do Q&A. Resident Evil is possibly having a new game release. And I know some people said, oh, it could be Dino Crisis, it could be anything. It's very weird that they would say it's a Resident Evil Ambassador Program and it's an entirely different game. I don't think that it's Dino Crisis. I think it's going to be Resident Evil centered. What that will be, I have no idea. I don't know. The only games I think it could be is Resident Evil 8, because there is articles of Capcom talking about Resident Evil 8. Or it could be Remake 3, which is something that all the fans want. Remake 2 was such a success. I don't see why they wouldn't pick one or the other or both, because there are those weird moments where they have these constant bouts of Resident Evil development cycles. I think 2012, 2013, it was pretty crazy. There was multiple games in development during that time. It was Operation Raccoon City. There was freaking, I think it was RE6, A lot of games during that time in development. Revelations 1, I believe. So they could have a cycle where they create more Resident Evil games in a certain deadline. So they could do RE8 and Resident Evil 2 Remake. They have their assets cut in half if they decided to do RE3, since It takes place in Raccoon City, so they have a basis from Remake 2. Logically speaking, I think Remake 3 is the best solution. Because like I said, they have half the assets already. You return back to the RPD in Resident Evil 3 anyway, so I don't see why they wouldn't. For RE8, I don't know. I am kind of mixed on the premise of RE7. I wouldn't want the game to be in third person, and I don't want to be playing as Joe Blow, Ethan Winters. I want to be playing as, you know, Leon Kennedy, Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Claire Redfield. I want to be playing as the characters who made this series if it's a mainline entry, and I hope Capcom listens to that criticism and realizes that new characters are nice, but you gotta have the old ones in there as well to keep the continuity. And that would be pretty fantastic. I'd be pretty excited. Oh, let me pick this guy up. It's nothing but turrets over here. You gotta just get behind and let the turrets fly, which is what is going on right now. I would like Jill back. Jill hasn't been in a Resident Evil game since 5, so I think she kind of deserves it yet again. You know, even if you want to just mimic some of the shit that was done in RE3 Nemesis, have someone chasing her, that would be fine. I don't mind. I think people will like that. A little callback, you know. Oh, here's someone's tag. And I couldn't pick it up in time. Yeah, Rebecca coming back would be cool because they kind of cucked her character in Vendetta really, really bad. Like, seriously fucking bad. She showed up for like 12 minutes and got put out for the whole movie. Alright, so I'm going to open the floor to Q&A and then finish off my session of Gears. You guys did like the RE3 stuff, so maybe I'll do more of that later. I just really wanted to talk about the mixer stuff, what I'm doing with it. I have a mixer now. If you guys aren't aware, it should be Renegade Operative. If you can't find it, it should be in all my links on Twitter, and it should be in my bio on YouTube. Because I'm like, hey, if Ninja's going to, you know, jump ship, then I guess I will too. I don't mind it. I totally don't mind new platforms. Maybe we can meet some new people along the way, who knows? Oh my god, look at these guys. Do I have frag grenades? Yes, I do. And I'm down. Hold on. Give me up. I'm gonna throw these. Alright, so I'm opening the floor to Q&A. If anyone wants to ask me any questions that I can answer, I will answer them, and then in the next 20 minutes I will be wrapping up and leaving. Probably shorter than that, maybe like 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes is good enough. So I got 10 minutes to kill. So you can ask me whatever, and I will talk about it live. Also, yeah, I have not been paying a lot of attention. I have not been paying a lot of attention to the game itself. All I know is the enemies are super buffed, so I have to deal with that. But there's like turrets everywhere, so why not camp? But yeah, any questions before I leave in the next 10 minutes? How can people chat with each other with Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube with Restream? So on Restream, there should be an option to link all your channels, as well as the option to use the Restream chat on OBS, and that will link all the chats together. That's how I did it. Thoughts on Ready or Not? Is Ready or Not a movie? If so, I haven't seen it. Or is it a game? I don't know. Is that the like first person shooter that was shown at E3? And it's supposed to be like Siege or something? If so, hey, bring it on, man. I said this in my Call of Duty video. I want more competitive multiplayer shooters. Yeah, the SWAT game. Now I remember. Now I remember. I thought it was a movie, but I don't know where that came from. But yeah. Some dude said, "Can I just sit this one out and read manga yet?" But yeah, I like more multiplayer games, more cooperative games, and it looks like my cup of tea. So if it's good, bring it on. What are your thoughts on One Angry Gamer? I am thoroughly convinced that he has never seen the walls of a vagina in his life. That's what I believe. I believe that guy complains about nothing. He does not fact check. When I called him out on the Final Fantasy Tifa boobs thing, where he made the claims that Square Enix changed the bust of her chest because excuse me, because of politics. He did not have any sources, any information about that. And I was like, okay, so how are you a valid journalist if that's the case? I be getting tired of those moments where I like lose my voice. I hate that shit. Like I'm talking, I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying. But I'm like, okay, where's the sources? Where did Square insult the fans? I don't fucking understand, dude. So you're gonna sit there and tell me that this never happened? It's like, yeah, he's gonna sit there and tell me that this never happened at all. And that's why I don't like One Angry Gamer. He's retarded, man. There's no other, I can't put it lightly, he's retarded. If people seriously believe what this dude has to say, they have to be inept. It's the only way to describe it. How do you embed the chat on OBS Studio? Got the URL for it. You need to create a chat box. I forgot what the specific option is. It's called something. Hold on, let me look it up for you. Let me help you out real quick. I'm just gonna camp and watch anime apparently. The option for the chat box should be browser. And once you select that, it's gonna show like a little box, and then you go to filters and you put in the chat box, and it should have the chat on screen. You might have to do some adjusting, but that's how you do it. What are your thoughts on Control? That's the game by Remedy, right? I don't know, because Remedy, I was not too impressed by Quantum Break. It's refreshing to see it though, and for the first time, it's not like some Xbox exclusive, because Remedy, they used to be, for lack of better words, Xbox cocksuckers for the longest. It's like, I'm kind of happy now that they are branching out and they took control of Alan Wake on just the IP in general. It's like theirs now. So I'm like, I like that. I like that a lot. Also, hold on, I have tags. I'm carrying this dude's tags and I did not bring him back to life. I'm like, oh, sorry. My bad. But yeah, dude, it's cool. Weird woman flying around and shooting shit up. Sign me up. If it's a good game, I'll buy it. If not, I'll wait for a sale or something. But Remedy usually doesn't make extremely terrible games. I was just not interested in Quantum Break. It was not hitting right to me. So, any more questions from the chat? Ask me anything. This is a Q&A. Have you watched My Hero Academia? I've seen screenshots of it, and I heard it was a shonen anime. And if it is, that has my interest, and maybe after Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I'll check it out, because I haven't watched a really good anime in a long time. I still have to watch One Punch Man as well, but I told myself maybe since I've been juggling like a lot of stuff in my schedule, maybe I'll have an anime day where I sit down, watch anime for like maybe 5 or 6 hours, and I can tell you guys all about it when we have that anime stream and talk about our favorite shows, past and present. My favorite Call of Duty game is gonna be Modern Warfare 1. I know I'm like super biased, but I just think everything that game did was solid. From the campaign, to the multiplayer, to the presentation, to the theme of the fucking game. I almost said the Black Theron of that game. the Black Theron. I don't want to seem racist on stream. Come on. Come on. What do you take me for as an African American making fun of my own race? Wow, that drop shot just like landed on my head, dude. Will you die? Yo, he is taking it. Okay, I think he's dead. I got an assist off that too. That's fun. That's really fun. Thought a locust ran in here for a second. Worst main RE games. If you're not saying RE6, you're doing it wrong. Favorite Halo game? Halo 3. It's like, I wanted to like RE6, and it is guilty pleasure fun. But the problem with that game is that it is way too over bloated with the campaigns. It's like, you have one decent campaign with Leon S. Kennedy, and then the other campaigns suck. And it's like, what the fuck? What was the point? I don't want to ride around in snowmobiles with Jake. I don't want to be in a helicopter for a good majority of Ada's campaign near the end. Why did you create these other campaigns if they're not as good as the first one? And even Leon's campaign falls off the rails at the end, because it turns into a full-on action fest. Dude, Jake's campaign sucked. I think I'm gonna redo it with Dom in co-op, but I just remember being on the snowmobiles and dying like 20 times because the game was just super inconsistent about the dangers that were in that snowmobile section, and it pissed me off every single time. I'm like, I'm super fast here. I'm super fast. Why am I dying so much? Why is Dom dying? What the fuck is happening? Yeah, as an action game, it's quite fun. I do like Mercenaries, but as a game itself, the quality is questionable. I do appreciate Capcom's efforts in saying that Resident Evil 6 is going to be the biggest game of the series. I do like that braggart attitude saying that you want to do better, but it wasn't good enough. And that's the problem. What fans wanted was a horror game. They wanted survival horror roots. They said they had survival horror roots, then changed it to like, oh, Chris Redfield has PTSD, so we can't do this. And I'm like, you had me, then you lost me. Are you interested in Gears 5 story? I'm going to be brutally honest, no. Because I haven't beaten 4's story, as you can plainly see. When I bought Gears 4, I have not played the campaign. As you can see, there's empty slots here because I was just one of those guys that wanted to hop on the multiplayer. Like, yeah, I don't... I'm pretty sure it might be decent, but I just wanted to do multiplayer and that's it. So I don't know the build-up from Gears 4 to Gears 5. Maybe I'll get on that, but so far from what I've seen, it seems very predictable. You know, oh, here's Cat's dead brother, here's the locust symbol. She has some connections to that. What's going on? She might be part locust. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the plot point. It's like, it seems like it's just coming out of left field, and it's so stereotypical, and I am not really that interested into it at all. Could they blow me away, surprise me? Sure, but right now it's like, it seems like a very typical written plot. Even more typical than Gears 3 and the other Gears games. Hey, I might do that. I might check out the story for Gears 4 and I actually might like it. But I'm just saying I haven't played it, so I don't have that experience to tell you that I'm excited for Gears 5 due to the character build-up. Also, what is up? Envy of a store? What is up, dude? Just sort of chatting. I had a QnA that I was doing. Well, I was in the middle of, actually. Should not be speaking past tense since I'm still in the middle of the Q&A. That's funny. That is funny. That's hilarious. But I talked about the Mixer situation with Ninja. He left Twitch, obviously, for a lot of money, and then he went to Mixer, and I sort of gave my thoughts. I said, yeah, maybe the Twitch thoughts, now they have to play games. Instead of pulling out their tits, maybe they can actually put their tits back in and grab a controller. So I was kind of talking about my future on streaming and how I'm probably going to still use the 3 biggest platforms right now, Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. But if I had a choice, if I can cut out one, and if Twitch gets worse, it will be Twitch. Out of all 3 of those platforms, I like Twitch the least. Dead serious. It's like, if I had the choice right now, if I didn't have as many followers as I did with the small community I have, because I think, you know, 200 is still like a good bundle of people, not the biggest. But if I didn't have that, I would be gone. I would delete my Twitch account. I wouldn't even be there. What are your thoughts on outrage culture? Like, one angry gamer? I said it before, and I guess since it applies to him, it applies to everyone else. What people need to do before they freak out about released information, before they make assumptions based on their political standpoint, and thank God I am apolitical and I don't care. I really don't care about other people's opinions on politics. All I care about is, am I receiving a good product? Yes or no? I think people need to chill out, let these things release, and wait for more information. Because we talked about that Blade Muslim thing, right? Where the guy just posted it willy-nilly and people got triggered. And they were saying, oh, fuck you, Kamala Khan was the first superhero that was Muslim, not Blade. What the fuck? And I'm like, did you guys check what this guy was saying? Was this valid by Marvel Entertainment? Did Kevin Feige say this? No. It's just a random guy on Twitter that had like 56 subs or 56 followers, and he threw that information out there and they took the bait. Oh, I'm pretty sure OAG hates me, because I called him out several times and he didn't say shit. I think he said shit once and I called his bluff and he didn't say anything else after that, so I'm like, yeah, that's good. Keep your mouth shut. Who is your least favorite Devil May Cry character? Ooh, that's a good one. I would say Kiri. She doesn't do anything for real. She's not utilized a lot. She was nothing more than a phone call in Devil May Cry 5. So it's like, I don't, I would say hate is a strong word on that front. I don't hate the character because she is like basically Nero's conscious, his human side. She talks to him that way and inspires him. So she has a role, but it's just not utilized to its fullest potential all the time. It just doesn't click with me. It's hard to really say, but it's like she's just there and I really don't care for her. OAG is nothing more than a drama merchant. Yeah. I'm like, dude, just fucking fact check your articles. All I'm saying is not the hardest thing to do. If I read an article and I see that it's he said, she said shit, then guess what I do? I don't talk about it. I don't even post about it anymore. Unless it's like a really bad headline and it is misrepresenting the game, because that can happen too. That's like the thing that I hate the most, and that causes like fake controversy, and I don't like that shit. It's like, okay, you don't like Lady's face, or fucking you don't like the fact that Tifa's boobs supposedly got nerfed, when in reality it makes sense for a very athletic woman to wear a sports bra if she has a double D, but let's not go there. Let's not actually use common sense. Oh wait, I forgot. We live in that era where common sense is not utilized. I keep forgetting that notion. I really do. I gotta stop thinking like outside of the box. Maybe if I act a lot more fucking stupid and decided not to think outside the box, then this stuff probably, you know, I probably get more likes and my videos will get more views. Because that's what YouTube is nowadays. It's like, it's just in factual city. So that's why you have people like Black Bond. People like Bond getting on here and trying to preach his fucking outdated opinion when it really sucks dick and it doesn't make sense half the time. And these dudes trying to push that apparently if you like lewd anime, you're into pedophilia, even though it's not like characters can be of age. So it's so weird to have people like this on this platform. It's very hilarious actually sometimes. If you like anime, you aren't a functional human being who never probably hurt anybody else in real. I mean, it's not like that can happen to some people where they are actually perfectly normal. Reminds me of the entire argument that, well, if you like violent video games, it makes you a serial killer. Newsflash, no it doesn't. Question about superpowers. Which would you like to have for daily use, normal, and which would you have for dangerous self-defense situations? I would like the ability to fly, because as humans we are always mobile, always on the go, and walking does not cut it for me. It's like, you gotta walk, you gotta have a car, all this other shit. Why can't I just fucking fly and get to where I need to go in a fast and expedient amount of time? I think flying would be the greatest thing ever for all human beings. So I would like flying for daily use, and a power that's like destructive for self-defense. Anything involving like, I can't even say the word right. I almost said like dog kennel. What is it called? Chemical disintegration. Yes, that. Anything involving chemicals and disintegrating people's bodies. Like, imagine just snapping someone away like Thanos and they just disappear, because that's the easiest way you can deal with somebody. It's like, you know what? You're in my face, man. Goodbye. Just snap my fingers, he's gone. Nobody can find the body. It's like the most expedient way to hide like a dead body too. He just falls into ash. The janitor comes by, he picks it up, he throws it in the trash, he's done. Nobody notices anything. Oh, transportation would be nice too. I mean, teleportation. Did I say well, it's basically... Teleportation is essentially transportation. You're just getting somewhere fast. As fast as possible. Question. Will you be watching the 3D CG Lupin the Third movie when it comes out on the internet? Sad. It's Japan only. Yeah, I'll watch it because I do like Lupin the Third. I watched his show when I was a kid. During the Adult Swim days, those were the golden days because I got to stay up super late and nobody could tell me nothing. Stayed up at 11, went to bed at 1 a.m. boy. Inuyasha, Lupin the Third, Yu Yu Hakusho, Gundam Wing, they had it all on that motherfucker. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I was already into anime with the Toonami shit, but Adult Swim made it worse. I was like really hooked on it then. That still wows me out. That Freudian. Oh man. For disintegration powers, I want to put people in dog kennels. You know what? That'd be some shit. It's like, man, you are my dog. You have to go in this kennel right quick. Adult Swim is still pretty good. I have not watched Adult Swim in a long time, so I don't know the lineup. I remember Samurai Jack. That was like alright for the time being, and then it's like, well, but I am glad like the creator is making this very brutal BC experience. It's like, I forgot what it's called, but he's making a new cartoon and I'm excited for it because it is Getty, and Getty is great. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm down again. I'm pressing the A button like a motherfucker. He's still not. Come on. Thank you. Why couldn't I get up by myself? That was weird. But any more questions, people? Because I'm about to get up out of here in a minute. I'll stay for like 5 more minutes. And then I'm going to go bye-bye. And probably do some Resident Evil 3 later on. Oh, I see Evo leaks. Well, I knew that was bound to happen. Oh man, I know Capcom is still salty about that leak with Street Fighter. They had to be. It's like, it's just a big fuck up. How do you get good at Gears multiplayer? Aim a shotgun up close and pull the trigger. I'm serious. The second you learn how to use the Nasher, the better you will be, because that is the meta of this game. Also, I shouldn't have done that. Luckily, I got saved in the nick of time. Unless you learn that shotgun, you're not going to be good at Gears. See, now I'm paying attention. I'm doing much better. Ooh. Oh, that dude got thrown. Okay. But yeah, this whole stream was just like turning my brain off and talking to you guys. Your thoughts on the Phase 4 MCU lineup? I did talk about it. Just to generalize, I think that Phase 5 sounds better than Phase 4. I mean, come on. You have Blade, Fantastic Four, the introduction of the X-Men, Black Panther 2. You have a lot of good there, and possibly Spider-Man 3. With Phase 4, you have Black Widow, which was expected. Then you have, well, actually I am excited for Doctor Strange 2 because they're gonna do the multiverse shit, so that's gonna be cool to see how different the multiverse looks and how it is and how the characters are probably dead, alive, etc. That movie is probably going to be the best of Phase 4 in my opinion. What else did they have? Fuck. I said Black Widow was like typical, so I'm not expecting much. There is Taskmaster, but I have a fear that he's going to be killed off, which sucks. Because what the MCU likes to do is they like to kill off villains. And considering that this takes place in the past and we did not see Taskmaster pop up again, yeah. I'm very indifferent about Thor Love and Thunder. There are good things and there are bad things. The good thing is that it's being directed by Taika Waititi, who did Thor Ragnarok. And as I told people before, that is my favorite Thor movie. At the same time, there's bad, because they're taking the mighty Thor run. So they have Jane Foster Thor, who looks down on men, who says all these SJW words in the comics. And I think it's going to be very divisive if they keep it that way. They have a chance to rewrite the character to be good, but the character is not good as far as the comics go. So that's the problem I have with it. They're adapting shit, and this is their opportunity to change said shit. Will the shit be good and rewritten? And will female Thor be a better character, or will she be trash? Only time will tell. What is my favorite music genre and one of my favorite songs? I like the new metal, heavy metal stuff, or hard rock. If I listen to rap, it's mostly old school because I think new rap is trash. And my favorite song would be... I don't remember the name of the song, but I know that it played during the Punisher Season 1 with a trailer, and I know the song was done by Metallica. If you can recall what that song is, you get 1,000 points, and you will realize that's my favorite song. Dark. I just know the lyrics. Darkness imprisoning me. It goes something like that. Living my life in hell. Oh, this thing is in here? Seriously? What is it doing in here? That's weird. I don't think I ever seen that before. Hey, he just like, oh, I'm just gonna stay in here. Hello. Hello, people. I'm invading your house. I'm just reading my Discord. There's some good stuff in new rap, but nothing beats old school. Hey, Metallica's good. You should listen to them. I just have not found any new school rap that there are some catchy tunes, but that's all it amounts to, man. Old school rap was the shit. It's not mumble rappers mumbling into the mic, saying words that doesn't even make sense. I went to my mom's house today, and I shot some niggas up riding my car. Little Wayne is my idol, motherfucker. It's just like, what the fuck is that, man? What is this garbage? It sounds worse than Screamo. And as a rock guy, I don't like Screamo and I don't like mumble rap. That is some hot garbage. Alright, I'm gonna stay for 10 more minutes. So, any more questions? As you watch me suck at Gears 4 because my mind is not focused on the game. 412? I'm surprised I made it this far. Oh, that's a teammate. I was thinking for a second that was an enemy. Oh no, it's an overkill robot, a DB. And he gets me. Why can't I revive myself? That sucks. Oh, never mind, I'm up. I guess you can only revive yourself in like single player? I mean multiplayer, my bad. Apparently you can co-stream on Mixer. I would assume it means we can co-op stream at the same time. If it does, that's cool. I don't know how to do it, but I'm all for the opportunity. Any chance you'll stream Ultimate Spider-Man again? I don't. Probably sometime in the future. It might be my next stream. Because there are playthroughs I need to finish, and that is one of them, along with Spider-Man 2. So maybe a future stream it would be good, and people did like me doing X-Men Legends a lot. So, fuck! I can't believe he walked up to me and smacked me. I was shooting the fuck out of him too. So people did like X-Men Legends. I guess I would probably do that, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance, since they do like the comic stuff. It's pretty chill. It's pretty fun. Also Spider-Man The Heist DLC. I need to finish that too. So all my comic book shit is really good in my opinion. Really relaxed. I talk about some history with the comic book characters, you know. Blind playthroughs are really fun. I'm gonna see if I can get the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction on disc, so I can play that. Same for my wrestling stuff. Like, I'm just gonna do stuff that was really chill on stream. Somebody asked me a question about Joiner Grace or something, but I didn't see it, my bad. So if you can re-ask it, that would be nice. Also, oh, speaking of the leader of the Spidey squad, he's having like kind of a meltdown right now. I'm gonna take it a little easy on Evan Champ though, cause he hasn't been annoying me as much as he used to. So the fact that everyone's like getting on his nerves is funny. He made some sort of video about everyone who criticizes him, and it's a video of a cartoon guy talking about Santa Claus coming down the chimney to shit down his neck. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? I was like, well, Santa, come down that chimney, shit down my neck. Yeah, I'm like, why? But that's just funny that he posted that. I should put the audio on if you guys don't believe me. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. That because I can't honestly take that serious. I was laughing so hard. Where is it? No. There it is. Let me make sure my desktop audio is playing. It is.
Ah, there you go! Perfect! Let's just bring all the bad news at once. Woo! Come on, Santa! My mouth's wide open, fly up on the roof and shit down my neck.
You guys heard that, right? Fly up on the roof and shit down my neck. Joyner Lucas, he's a pretty good rapper. Okay, I'll check him out. I'll check him out. I don't mind checking out people that can actually rap. That'd be fantastic, actually. That's what he posted, and I'm like, okay, man, damn. But that's what happens when you put Spider-Man PS4 over every single Spider-Man. It's the most annoying thing in the world. I was trying to talk to him like a normal human being and not insult him. I told him that your preferences can be biased. They can. If you're not smart enough to understand that Spider-Man has differing renditions. Not every Spider-Man has to be the same as Spider-Man PS4. Would I like that? Yes. Yes, I believe that Spider-Man PS4 was a really good Spider-Man. At the same time, every Spider-Man doesn't have to be like that. I understand there are some qualities to Peter Parker and Spider-Man that needs to happen. The responsibility, it needs to happen. The consequence, that needs to happen. But if a studio wants to do something different with the character, who are we to say that can't happen? You know? If they want to make Spider-Man make more mistakes and be more naive, then that can happen. Who are we to say that's wrong? This liberty can't be good. It can't be written well. And the point that was being made was everything being comic accurate and people praising liberties, it doesn't add up because everyone likes Heath Ledger's Joker, even though he is far from comic Joker as the eye can see. But everyone loves that guy. They love him. Different take, different rendition. Is based on the main character from Clockwork Orange. I'm fine with this. If we don't have different renditions of each character, things end up being stale. Things end up being like way too predictable. Honestly, if I would have been mad if Otto Octavius was not in this situation in Spider-Man PS4 where it looked like his research was slowly driving him crazy. Instead of him just saying, you know what, I got a grip on this with these arms, you know. He knew the risks, he took it. I like that. That's a nice change of pace. Then he knew who Peter was, which was cool. Oh shit, this dude is... No, get out of here. I mean, Mark Hamill was great, but it's just annoying when people say, oh, I have a certain interpretation of a character I like, and every single differing rendition should be the same. That's bullshit. I don't like that. If Mark Hamill was only Joker, we wouldn't get people like Anthony Ingruber in Batman Enemy Within. If Mark Hamill was only Joker, we wouldn't get people like Heath Ledger coming in for the role because too many people would be interested in only seeing Mark and seeing his voice. I mean, hearing his voice. And we wouldn't get anything creative. That's what liberties do. They offer up creativity. And if we don't get that, then what is the point of making a different rendition of Spider-Man? It makes no fucking sense. So that's where like comic fans are at right now. They're sort of, they either like way too many liberties that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're not open-minded. Like, I can't stand MCU stands because they never know what the fuck they're talking about, dude. Oh, Tony Stark died, and the weight of that scene made me not want to eat any food for like 2 or 3 days. And they shouldn't have made Tony Stark die like that, man. It's like, okay, so you want them to go back to all the original fan complaints where there's no stakes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe by bringing back Tony Stark? What the fuck? Why? I hope they don't bring him back. I hope that consequence sticks with us for the end of time. Yeah, you need these different Jokers to create something new and innovative. That's why I can't really shit on Joaquin Phoenix for being Joker, because I need to see more. If I see more, and if I like it, then I'm gonna give it a praise. If I don't like it, I don't like it. It's very simple stuff, and just the biases are irritating. It's like, people, please be more open-minded. Not everything is bad, and not everything is good. There's always a healthy balance. Oh, I'm stuck for a bit. Alright, so this is gonna be my last wave. And once this is over, I'm going to bail. So, any more questions? Any more questions? Oh shit! I'm gonna get downed. Actually, I'll do 2 more matches and then I'll leave, so I can give people time to think. But this is just like brain dead Gears 4 horde mode, nothing really special. I didn't kill anything that round either. I just sort of ran around like a chicken with his head cut off. Do you think Death Stranding will be very divisive on launch, considering it's a new IP? It is gonna solely depend on gameplay, I feel, because even though Metal Gear Solid 5 did not have a lot of, you know, diverse content, because the story is like, it repeats itself. One thing that can't be taken away from Metal Gear Solid 5 is the fact that it had good gameplay. So, oh my fucking god. Okay, that was funny. I'm doing another round just because of that shit. Anyway, jokes aside, if Death Stranding has good gameplay, I don't think it's gonna be the worst thing in the world. And if people do hate on it, then I'm assuming these are the same people who really don't like Kojima that much. And what they need to realize is that regardless of how wacky Kojima stories are, he always delivers on gameplay, in my opinion. Metal Gear, great to play. You know, ooh, that guy got smashed. Silent Hills, it could have been something amazing, but you know, it didn't come out, so no one knows. But he always delivered on gameplay and ideas. I don't like Razor Fist at all. I think that dude is a fucking schizophrenic conspiracy theorist. This man opened like 5,000 thesauruses to make his point, and he reaches for shit that's not there. He's like a mini quartering, and you don't want to be compared to Jeremy or whatever the fuck his name is. You don't want to be compared to the guy who runs the quartering. I think his name is Jeremy. He seems like a Jeremy too, just a giant fucking neck beard. Can't stand those people, honestly. I've already set my piece on the SJWs and anti-SJWs being just as stupid, but on different sides of the same coin. It's like you got one crowd who wants everything censored. You got the other crowd who over-exaggerates too much. And neither of them can be smart in these certain circumstances. So it's like, well, fuck both of them. When I buy stuff, I think for myself. I don't care what anyone else says. And honestly, that's how it should be when buying games or consuming movies. The only opinion I give a fuck about is mine, and that's it. 'Cause I'm buying the fucking thing, not you. Ah. Alright, I think I'm done with horde mode. Unless I got any final questions here. Any last questions? I'll stay for like 5 more minutes. I need to do more Q&As, man. The last one I did was like almost a year ago. Fuck. It was really that long. Yeah, but that's what you gotta do, man. I don't care about SJW bitches trying to get shit censored. If I can find a workaround, I will. Believe me, I'm on PC, bitch. It ain't nothing you can do. I am on my personal computer, where I don't have to deal with your shitty censorship. So if a game does get censored, and if it's on PC, I'm getting around it whether you like it or not. For anti-SJWs, I think you folks need to learn how to read a fucking article. Like, you can't be that fucking retarded to go on headlines that are meant to work you up. Read a fucking article and actually decipher if the information is actually legit or some hearsay bullshit. And most people don't do that. So with the outrage culture thing, you're just a part of the problem if you believe every single article is true. Oh, no tits, no this, no pussies, no ass, no this, no that. Oh, wait a minute. That's not what the developers originally said. That's not what the person originally intended. I need everything over-sexualized, or I must say that everything is woke, when a little bit of reading will tell you it's really not. What do you think, Harry Osborn being Venom for Spider-Man PS4 sequel? Hate it or love it? I don't mind because it's new and many people have taken the Venom helm before, like Flash Thompson, so it's not bad. If they do something interesting with him, It's not bad. Plus, he's Peter's friend, so obviously Peter's going to have some personal stakes involved here. He's not going to want to kill Harry. So that adds to the responsibility factor. Am I going to fight my best friend and ruin some lives here because he's this uber alien affected creature now? So I think creating those stakes, they have to. Anti-SJWs think that every character that isn't a straight white male is automatically SJW propaganda. That is true, because look, it's like, alright, if the character was already black or a woman and they didn't do any diversity bullshit, then what are you complaining about? That's like people fucking complaining about Lara Croft being British. I'm like, okay, what's the point then? She's been like that since she was first created. What the fuck is the problem? It's like, it's like, what is the issue on some of this stuff? Or if they, because I think people were also mad about the women's faces being changed in DMC, and I'm like, okay, well, you have to remember that the RE engine is a different engine, and they're focusing on realistically scanned people. So Dante's not going to look like a tan burrito anymore, which is equivalent to Leon S. Kennedy's old face. Because they're on new technology. I also don't get that either. Why are there arguments of people expecting everything to stay the same? Because that doesn't make sense. Like, if you're scanning in people's faces, if you're inserting in new content to a formula, if you're trying to change things around, experiment, etc., why do you expect everything to stay the same? These people act like you can't change shit for the better. And that's one thing I don't understand. I wish someone would help me. I can understand if someone changes something and it's like, it's utter fucking bullshit. It makes no sense. That shit they did with Batwoman and her making these claims that, oh, well, Bruce's cave and his endeavors will be put to better use by a woman. I'm like, no, bitch. Bruce Wayne created the foundation of the goddamn ground you were standing on with this Batcave. Show some fucking respect. I can see that, but if it's like, oh, this character's already black and a woman, and there's nothing wrong with it, or a person reappearing, like if fucking Amanda Waller came out of nowhere and someone said is woke because she's there, and all she's doing is talking about the Suicide Squad, for example, then what is the issue? There's no issue. Stuff like that, no issue. Other stuff like forced crap, it is an issue. But you gotta look at both sides of the spectrum in full context before you go gung-ho. It's that simple. That's what I think 2019 is missing. Backbones and a lot of reading. If people would read or grow a spine and actually defend all this bullcrap where it's justified instead of letting it get censored, then you have the best of both worlds. But some people don't. Some people will suck that ass. Oh, at least I killed like a few of them. Come on. Come on, this DB is gonna kill me. Yep. Oh, man. I hate this fucking thing. I hate these goddamn DBs. Oh, more Evo going on? I should watch some. Okay, this dude revived me though. I guess I will after this. Yep, alright. So I think I'm done. Unless people have some last round shit they want to tell me. If not, I'm probably going to log off. This was a good little discussion. A good little chat here, talking about just whatever, QnA, the Twitch mixer thing, and that new Resident Evil Ambassador program where there's not much to glean outside of the fact that we know there's a new RE game in the works. And that has me pretty excited because I thought Remake 2 was great. Had flaws. I don't like what they did with the A and B scenarios, but in terms of gameplay, in terms of graphics, pretty solid game. Same for DMC5, pretty solid. Has some issues, like they could have did way better with the co-op, which I'll talk about in my DMC5 review, because that little thing they tried to copy from RE6, they did not implement that well at all. But I will go into detail about that. Yeah, I had a fun time. I got to stream on Mixer for my first time, and I have my streams on 18 plus anyway, so I was like just going in. But that's what I do. When I rant, I just rant. Let's see what's going on the front page. Oh, there's fucking Ninja, of course. Front page Fortnite. And they're like, you know what? They got this random, like, chick there. I mean, she has some nice fucking breasts playing Fortnite. But it's like, move over. Ninja's here. Ninja's here to stay. Some anti-SJWs hate Red Dead Redemption 2 now because it's SJW propaganda, since some guy made a video talking about the game's political aspect, I believe. Okay, is he talking about that weird feminist lady who wants to vote and she can't because of the time period? I don't know if that's like, I don't even know if I would consider that like super political or a problem, because you can walk up to the lady, pull out a fucking shotgun, and you can blow her head off. Like, I'm not kidding. You can remedy the problem by walking up to her, hog tying her, going out to the box, dropping her out there for the alligators, and the alligators will eat her. So what is the issue if you can literally kill the character? I don't get it. I don't understand. I think she does respawn after like a few days, but you could just kill her again. It's no problem. The problem is solved when you put a bullet in her ass and peel her cap back like a muffin back. I don't know why people, like, when you have player choice, I don't know why people complain about this stuff if you can kill these characters in game. It's like, okay, you want to talk about this? I'm gonna set you on fire real quick. There you go. It's like, come on, man, be creative. Blow the woman's kneecaps off or something if it makes you feel happy. Jesus Christ. As for politics back in the Wild West, that reminds me of when people were getting triggered when they were saying the N-word in Red Dead Redemption 2. And I'm like, okay, we're talking about a time period where people owned slaves and shit, right? That's how it was back then. I don't understand people complaining about period pieces. The world was very, very brutal back in the past as well. People owned slaves. People thought less of other people. They went out, they robbed, killed, stilled, raped people, burnt down villages, shot Indians in the head. You should read up on your history books again. Because I don't get how that's like political when it actually happened in our old frontier. And back then it was more of a lawless land, so while you did have some laws in place, hey, if a dude got shot in a fucking shootout, it's like, oh well. No cops are here, fuck it. It's like, let the duel happen, you know? So I don't know. All I know is when I play a Wild West game, I expect it to be like the Wild West. I don't expect it to be toned down garbage. And at least Red Dead, in that regard, they delivered. That's why I like Rockstar, because they don't, man, I'm telling you, when it comes to accuracy, and when they want to make like this very mature story, they don't give a fuck. They will go balls deep. And that's what I like. I like accurate, mature storytelling over watered down trash. I just can't. If it's not realistic, it's not accurate, people. Gotta get used to that. Let me check my mixer real quick. Alright. I was just making sure I was live. It takes a little while to load too. But yeah, man, the restream shit is cool. Really cool. So I'm gonna end it here. That was my TED talk. Talking about, you know, Mixer versus Twitch. Talking about all this other stuff. Will I be live later? I don't know, possibly. Since people like the RE3 stuff, I guess I should get to work on that later on. So probably gonna do that. I look like my Mixer stream stopped too. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Oh no, it's still live. Okay. So I will see you guys later. If you have any questions, send me a whisper on Twitch. Send me a DM on goddamn Twitter, Discord. I'm all over the place, man. All over the place. So I will see you guys next time. Later.